Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to talk to you about two palettes that I recently purchased. One is an old long lost love. I think this is called Ammo palette. Oh god. Oh, I can't remember the name of it now. I'm pretty sure it's the Ammo palette. It's by Urban Decay. If you had this back when, it came in a black case with like purple butterflies on it and it was kind of velvety. I don't know, I hated that packaging. So I'm glad they changed it. Like I said, I've had this palette since way back when, but I have no idea what happened to it. I think I threw it out in a frenzy. But I rebought it for two shades in particular that I just loved from this palette. One of them was called Smog, which is a super pretty bronze color, and the other one is Mildew, which is an awesome green color. So I repurchased simply for that reason. Also, this palette is normally around $30. But whenever I bought it, it was on sale on urbandecay.com for about $17, I think. And it also came with a free black eyeliner and like a little travel size of the primer potion, so I snatched that deal right up. In the new packaging, you also get a new little brush, which is this little guy. I've used it once, clearly, but it's just a cute little soft bristle brush. Definitely a major upgrade from the little sponge applicator that you got in the old palette. This is what the actual palette looks like. As you can see, you get Smog, Mildew, Oil Slick, Last Call, and Chopper on the first row. Then on the bottom row, you have Maui Wowie, Shattered, Polyester Bride, Grifter, and Sin. Sin is another one of my favorites. It's just a nice kind of champagne color with a teeny bit of rose to it. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this top row and bottom row for you so you can see what they actually look like for yourself. These eyeshadows are definitely amazing quality. They're so buttery. The swatches that I'm gonna show you are just one swipe swatches, not over anything. But the texture of these eyeshadows is definitely Urban Decay quality. It's definitely something to write home about. It is great quality, so it is nice when you get what you pay for. Okay, so here we have, I'm sorry, I don't know if my camera is gonna focus right now. We have Smog, Mildew, Oil Slick, Last Call, which is a nice little mauve-y color, Chopper, which is a nice peachy shade, but it does have a little bit of glitter in it. Then we have Maui Wowie, which has a lot of glitter in it. It is a very champagne-y glitter color. Then you get Shattered, which is a little baby blue color, Grifter, which is a kind of lavender color with a lot of sparkle in it as well. And then the bottom one here is Sin. That's that nice kind of rosy champagne color that I was talking about. So like I said, the quality on the Urban Decay ones, oh my god, a wasp is literally on my window right now, I'm freaking out. The quality on the Urban Decay eyeshadows are definitely better than the drugstore alternative. I picked up this palette, it's Comfort Zone by Wet n Wild. The shadows don't have any distinct names in them, but I bought this one thinking it could be an alternative to the other palette because of this color and this green color for Smog and Mildew. One thing to mention about this palette is there are no matte shades. It's an entirely shimmery palette, which is just fine if you're asking me, but if you wanted a matte shade, I'm sorry, you're not gonna get it out of this palette. Another thing I do wanna mention is some of these shadows are incredibly creamy, very comparable to Urban Decay in quality, and some just aren't. But for the price of this one, which was, by the way, the palette altogether for 8 eyeshadows, pretty much full-size eyeshadows at that, for 8 full-size eyeshadow, this palette comes in at $3.99, which is like absolutely ridiculously affordable. For the quality you get, these really are nicer quality compared to other drugstore eyeshadows. Wet n Wild does have really good quality, especially at the price point. This is the first half of the quad. It's a nice champagne color, then this kind of peachy color, what I think is a Smog dupe, and then a dark brown color with kind of orange reflect in it. Very interesting. There's definitely a ton of makeup looks you could do with those 4 shadows. Trying to hide my face, maybe then it'll focus. This is the next side. You have your nice bright highlight, a little green color that I thought maybe could be a dupe for mildew, this really dark green color, and then this bottom guy is so beautiful. I think this palette is worth buying just alone for this color. It's a super pretty rust red, but then it's got all this awesome blue reflect. I think it's like super dragon scaly, and I think that color is absolutely beautiful. So just to be fair, if I was gonna buy one of the two, I would go for Urban Decay simply because of the quality, and I feel like the longevity of them on your eye. I'm obsessed with this. I'm so happy it's back in my life. However, this is such a great alternative if you can't afford this one. I wouldn't have been able to afford it had it been on sale. This is so worth your money. This is so worth $4. I'm gonna get so much use out of this. But to compare the two shadows that I've been talking about throughout this whole video, I'm gonna go ahead and do that now so you can tell me what you think about it. Okay, so on one side of my hand, I have Smog and the Wet n Wild color. I'm not gonna tell you which side though. I want you guys to guess and tell me what you think. I'm gonna leave it down in the description box below, but one side is done with one brand and one side is done with the cheaper brand. So if you can tell, please let me know down below. And then over here, same thing. One side is Wet n Wild, one side is Urban Decay. You tell me if you know which one is which or what your guess is, but I'm gonna have to say these two are pretty well spot on. I mean, there's almost no difference there whatsoever. There is a difference between lightness and darkness between these two green shades for sure. But between these two, I mean, really, there's hardly anything. This one looks maybe a little deeper, but I don't know. They're so close. I feel like this is the scene in like The Devil Wears Prada where she's like, which belt? High five if you know that reference. That is it for today. I hope you guys liked this video. If you like little review makeup videos like this, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. If you want, you can subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Wednesday, and that would just make my day. Thank you guys, as always, so much for watching. I hope I'll see you next time, and have a great week. Bye, guys.